everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Crafting with Lucretia. How's it going? How are you doing? Are you getting ready for any DP alongs? I am trying to. Excuse the mess for a moment. Let me get this situated here. Halfway here. My desk is a mess. Overlook it. I don't think you can see that part anyway. I am kitting up my You Are Loved because, y'all, it's almost May. It's the end of April, okay? This starts May 1st. So I'm kitting up the You Are Loved kit from DAC. It is this lovely, get it right side up so you can see it, lovely butterfly that says, "You are beautiful, capable, worthy, and loved." And I'm doing this for, what is the event? Just Breathe 2024. It's for mental health, which is very important to me because I, like many, suffer with mental health from my lovely health issues, and I have lots of friends that suffer with it. And so one of my new friends, Diamonds and Dragonflies, over there over here on YouTube, you know, she said she was going to do this, and I'm like, you know, that's kind of right up my alley. I'm going to jump on that bandwagon, and usually you guys know I don't do DP alongs, okay? But this one just kind of hit my heart, and I'm like, you know, I'm doing that. So I got my kit out, and this is what I'm doing. So maybe you can see some of the colors that I'm working with, you know, of the kit. I've already got some of them baggied. I'm putting them up in baggies because it's easier, and I'm going to be, I've got them in this little, not Tupperware, Rubbermaid type thing. That's where I'm going to be putting them. So, but yeah, that's where I'm throwing my extras at the moment, and that's where I'm going to be putting all these baggies. I'll put them in order, of course, you know, 1 through, how many colors is there? 1 through 75? Yeah, 75 colors. 75 or 76. I may have pulled, looks like one sticker. So 76 colors. Yep, 76 is right there. Right there. It's a white. Okay, so let's get started with the stories. It's going to be a whip and chat, kit up, get ready to go type thing. You know, so you can watch me kit up and tell my stories. You can, you know, you can do what you want to. If you want to kit up, if you want to work on something, if you want to just clean house, you can come clean mine. You know, just kidding on that. Mine's actually pretty clean. I've spent some time on it recently, so it looks pretty good. But thank you for the offer. Other than this mess of a craft area, it looks good. And I played Tetris with some of these boxes, and yeah. While we're on the craft thing, I'm going on a no-buy. But don't worry, I still have plenty of stuff, and we'll still do whip and chats, and you'll still see me working along stuff. It's just, I'm going to try, emphasis on try, to not buy as much and work off some of what I got. Because, yeah, I've got too much that I'm running out of room, basically. And my husband said, no, we need, you know, you have enough. Don't you have enough? So, yeah, when hubby starts griping, I have to cut back. So he's starting to grumble and starting to gripe, which is fine. I do need to work on my stash. And with my memory issues, it's like, you know, every time I open a kit, it's brand new. So it's like, okay, even if I may have shown it here, it's still brand new to me because I tend to forget. So, you know, it is what it is. I'll be happy. I've got plenty of stuff. And there's plenty of events coming up. I looked at on Facebook. There's some Facebook groups out there that have DP along calendar type stuff. And I found a couple I want to participate in. So yeah, maybe I'm finally really getting the DP bug. I'm super slow. You guys know this, but you know I'm working on it. Maybe I'll find something that intrigues me. Right. So, wish me luck on my no-buy, though, because I'm going to need it. Has anyone else had to go on I'm sure everyone's had to go on a no-buy eventually at one point in time. What makes it, let's see, question of the day. I don't know how to phrase it. What makes you need to go on a no-buy? For me, it's because I have a huge stash, and I'm trying to work it down. What's your reason? It could be, you know, and you don't have to go into detail. Just bill paying, saving money for something, Need a vacation. That would be another one. That would be another one I need to do. Save for a vacation. You know, I have a stash like you, Lucy, and I have too much stuff to do. You know, hubby said so type thing. I get it. I get it. So yeah. Usually I do kit up in Harbor Freights, but I don't have enough. This is 76 colors, like I said, and yeah, I haven't had a chance to go by Harbor Freight and pick up another 2 boxes. And yes, I could have undone some of my, because I have drills in them from past kits over there on my other desk, and I just didn't want to go through the hassle. So I'm having a lazy week here, y'all. It's been kind of rough and kind of hard on my mental escapade. I've been having more dizzy spells than I really care to have, and had to go to the doctor about it here. What was it, last week? And I had one for like 2 days, and I was like, yeah, this is not good. And I was taking my medicine and doing what I needed to do, right? And it was Quincy's off day. I was like, hey, just run me up here to the doctor. And I had made the day before, made an appointment, and they're like, yeah, well, you can come in here and see the floater doctor. Okay. Came back up there and told them I was having bad dizzy spells. They checked my medicine, all this fun stuff, and of course they don't know half of my story about why I have dizzy spells, and so I had to rehash all that stuff out. So yeah, basically they told me to go home and take more medicine. I'm like, yeah, not helping, but it is what it is. Eventually it cleared up. So I guess I'm not dead yet. That's a good thing. That's a very good thing. Overlook any crinkling you hear because, like I said, I am kitting up. And I have to handle these baggies to put them into the tray to put them into the other baggie. So, yeah. I don't have one of those fancy dancy funnels. It would be nice. Anybody care to send me one? Let me know. I could use one of those funny funnel things, that holds the baggie and you put you've seen them on DP channels, and that would be nice to have right about now. I don't have one. How many other diamond art stuff, accessories, do you think you need? You see on someone's channel and you're like, ooh, that would be handy. Let me know down below. So, what's some stories that I can tell you? Well, I hope everyone has been safe from the bad weather, because I live here in Southwest Missouri, and the last couple days have been pretty stormy. There's been tornadoes in the area. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I have not been fazed by them. I have not been. We don't have any damage. We are fine. No one I know of that I think I know of anyway has been affected by tornadoes. That's always a good thing. So no one I know has died. They haven't told me anyway, So that's the good news. But we've seen it on the news, and of course we've lived through the tornadic weather. And yeah, it hasn't been fun. We've had to dodge the raindrops to get Mojo to the park and let him walk and get him taken care of. And yeah, dodging the raindrops is fun. Speaking of at the park, this last week, well, just the other day, we were at the park dodging the raindrops, in between thunderstorms. And there wasn't really no one at the park. A couple people jogging, trying to get in a workout, much like I was trying to get a walk in with my dog, and a couple other people walking. And, I heard a jogger coming up alongside me, which I didn't think anything of. And so I moved over and got Mojo on a short leash, so in case he wanted to jump after the jogger, he didn't have any leash to do it with, because Mojo, he tends to be a little jumpy. But rightfully so, because this guy jogged by us, and yeah, he was naked as a jaybird. And I'm sitting there shaking my head. I'm like, yep, Only the things you see in Missouri. Now, I'm sure everyone has those stories of, yep, that's the only thing you see in my town. That would be something you see in my city, my town, my neck of the woods, you know. So, yeah, it is what it is. And I continued on a walk. He didn't bother me at all, you know. He was actually friendly and waved as he ran by. And I'm thinking, okay, there's something you don't see every day. Thankfully. And so I continued on my walk. He continued on his run. And I walked down there by the water fountain. And pretty soon I saw the cops. You know, they were driving around like they were looking for somebody. I'm like, okay, you're looking for somebody. He went the other way, but okay. You know, and so they pulled up next to me and they're like, ma'am, have you seen anything unusual today while you've been walking your dog? And I'm like, unusual, like the naked man jogged past me a little bit ago? He's like, yeah, that would be him. Which way did he go? I was like, down the so-and-so trail. I was like, he went that way, I was going this way. Okay, and now keep in mind, our park in the city is a large, I don't even know how large it is. It's quite large. It has a golf course on it. It has a YMCA on the property. And then there's tons of walking trails and soccer fields and picnic areas and horseshoes and a fountain to go walk around. There's some geese usually when they don't chase you. They don't like dogs too much, but you know, yeah, the geese don't really care for dogs. Don't ask me how I know that one because yeah, there's some Canadian geese down there that ain't too friendly. But sometimes we have waterfowl. There's a lot of snapping turtles out there, water turtles. And, you know, you hear birds and sea squirrels out there, so. Overlook Mojo, he's out in the yard. You're right there on the side of the wall with the house, on the side of the house. So you may hear him bark. He's enjoying the sun for once. And not driving me insane by always wanting out. But yeah, that was my excitement at the park here recently. Really, it's been nonchalant. Haven't really done too much, so. Other than just walking my dog, kitting up, and taking care of the house, that's pretty much what I've been doing. Let's see, I do have to puppy sit Wednesday for the friends of mine that I sometimes mention. I don't mention their name or where they live, but they're friends of mine that have 2 little dogs, and sometimes they have to go away and do stuff, you know, life beckons, and so they've asked me to come puppy sit the day for me, or for them rather. And so I told him, I was like, you know, the husband texted me. He's like, hey, do you have any availability on Wednesday? And it just so happened, now I do have some stuff going on this week. Wednesday was still clear. So I was like, yeah, Wednesday's good. I'm clear Wednesday. You know, now next week I have, you know, a couple doctor appointments. And of course I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow. But, you know, Wednesday was clear for me. So I was good with that. And so he's like, okay, great, we're going so-and-so Wednesday, and we need you to, you know, kind of puppy sit and love on the puppies. And I'm like, oh, I get to puppy sit. Okay. So that's always cool, you know. Their dogs are pretty cool. I'm not gonna say anything because, you know, they really are kind of cool. One, I can sit there and play with him with his toys, and then the other one just wants to curl up and cuddle and give me puppy kisses. So it's like, yeah, I'm up for puppy kisses. But it's the same day as the first day of this, but that's okay. They have a large dining room table or a sunroom, so I will set up in one of those areas and diamond paint and puppy sit and have a blast. It'll be good. It'll be alright. It'll be fine. Is anyone else kidding up and getting ready to do events? Because we're coming up on the 1st of May. I know they start, you know, I mean, there's activities all year long. Is anything starting up in May that you're doing? There's a lot of stuff starting up, I noticed on that calendar. So what are you working on? Let me know down below what you're working on if there's any events you're starting up. What kit are you working on if you're not doing any event? What kit are you working on? Let me know. Leave a comment. Be sure to leave a comment. Like, share, and subscribe. Leave me a comment. It helps my numbers. I need to get my numbers up, y'all. So help me get my numbers up. I know we can do it. We're at 175 right now. I'd like to get it up there. So recommend me to your friends, family that may like diamond painting. Leave me a comment. Show me a little love. Say hi. You know, leave me an emoji. Leave me an emoji about how your weather is, because whether it's sunny or tornado or rainy or whatnot, mine so far is clear right now. But then again, I live in Missouri, and that's always subject to change. When we first moved here 10 years ago, has it been? Close to 10 years ago. I remember one week, the weather is about like my hometown in Arkansas, okay? We're in the same bubble when it comes to weather-wise. We moved up here, and it was, kind of cold, so we had snowstorms one day towards the 1 week, and then later on in the week it warmed up and we had thunderstorms and tornadoes, and there was a tornado warning. My first tornado warning in the area, and I found out I lived next door to a siren almost. So yeah, we can hear the weather sirens very well where I'm at. So yeah, but don't worry, I'm fine. I've managed through all the tornadoes and stuff today, so or the last couple of days, so I'm good with that. Let's see what else is on my list. Yes, I have my notes over here, so you can't see me looking off to the side. You can just see my hand. So hi, welcome. Oh, while I'm welcoming everyone, welcome new members. I went over to my YouTube thingamajigger where it says you have new members and how many members you have and who all has joined and whatnot. Thank you all to the couple that have joined in April. I didn't jot down your names, but there's been a couple, so thank you. Welcome. Pull up a chair, go raid the fridge, make yourself at home. Hopefully you like the whipping chats. I tend to do whipping chats. I tend to do unboxings. Yeah. I tell you stories about what's going on in my life. I don't have kids, but I do have a dog and a husband, and sometimes that's enough. Speaking of husbands, you guys know, if you've been following me, that my husband has been having leg issues with varicose veins, right? Those have all been fixed. He has since completed his surgeries, all his surgeries that he needs to have done, all his doctor visits, all his rehab and whatnot. He's good to go. He's been released. Of course, he's been working on light duty a couple of those days when he had the issues, and he'd be off like for an extra day or two, and because you can't lift anything for the first 48 hours, I think it was. But he's fine. He's back to work full time, working hard, and of course, as soon as they get him back, they mess up his hours. So I still don't know when he's coming home. He's usually on night shift, but it's day shift and it's daytime. And guess where he's at? Yep, work. Work. I told him, I was like, every time he's looking at, he tried going to the park with us that one day that we saw the guy, and he was like, did we just see what we thought we saw? I'm like, yep. And he was busy sitting there playing on his phone, walking, and I just kind of was like, did you just see what I saw? And he's like, no, what'd you see? And I was like, nothing, never mind. And he looked around and he's like, wait, does that guy? I was like, yeah, that would be what I just saw. He's like, oh, we need to report that. I'm like, I don't think that's necessary, because from where I could see the other end of the park and I could see the cops coming in, I was like, I think someone's already reported it. But yeah, it was kind of comical. He won't stay off his phone, and he was texting his boss, and I was like, let me have that phone. I was like, man, I was like, can you just pay attention to me? I'm a little bit, kind of getting a little bit jealous on that topic, because he won't put his phone down. I know he's working hard, but I'm kind of feeling a little some way of neglect, and it's like, yeah, I don't like it. And we just took a little mini vacation back in February, so it's like, yeah. but I'm still kind of, feeling kind of out of it. Would like him to spend a little bit of time, on the home front. 966. And even when we go out to eat, now, I'm old school, okay? I'm mid 50s, okay? And we went out to eat here. Where was it? I don't remember where it was, but it was at a restaurant somewhere. We try to go out once a week for date night, and I think it was at the Mexican restaurant where we had those good chicken tacos. We found a good place in a nearby town for Taco Tuesday, and one of his days off at the moment, always subject to change, kind of like Missouri weather, is in one of the neighboring cities, and we found a place to go for Taco Tuesday since he's off Tuesdays. Man, this place makes the best chicken tacos. Oh my God. And it's kind of funny because we got talking to the lady that seats us and took our order and whatnot. And now Quincy can eat. Okay, he's a big guy. He's about 6 foot something and hefty. He's middle aged himself, and he can eat. He's a guy. He can eat, especially when he's hungry and it's something he likes, like tacos. And so we found this place, but the most we can eat is like they come out. I mean, you can have as many as you want. It's an all you can eat. It's not a buffet, but it's all you can order. And we try not to be pigs of ourselves, okay? So, and we first went up there. You have your choice of hard and soft shells, and either ground beef or the shredded chicken. Well, when we first ate there the first day, and we've eaten there a couple Tuesdays since this, we, first time we tried the ground beef and the chicken, and we fell in love with the shredded chicken ones. Now it comes out with lettuce, tomato, cheese, sour cream, yada yada, all the toppings. They bring you a plate with, the toppings. You can put on what toppings you want. And, so, yeah. We pig out on those chicken tacos, and we asked this one lady, and we felt kind of bad that, it's like, man, we seem to be eating a whole bunch. And I would eat like 4, maybe 5 would be pushing it for me, and Quincy would be like eating, I think, 6 or 8, something like that. And we asked the lady, and she'd always come back and really sweet voice, do you need more in a Mexican voice? It's a Mexican owned restaurant. She's like, she has that accent. More tacos. And it's like, no, we're good. And we asked at the end, they're like, what's the record? Because they have it up on the record. And we were looking at the record of people eating tacos. 16 tacos. This one guy ate 16 tacos. I don't see how. He had to have fasted for like a week. Because their tacos are very filling and they're very good. And oh my gosh, I don't see how. I can't get 5 or 6, let alone 16. And Quincy can't get up to 6. He can't get past 8. And it's like, man, that's a lot of tacos. So, apparently there's some people out there that love Taco Tuesday about as much as we do. Kudos, man. There's no way we can hit that. But, man, we sure do enjoy them on Tuesdays, so we try to go do that on Tuesdays. Let's see. Enough about Taco Tuesday. How about some more stuff about food? It is getting warmer weather here in Missouri when we're not running from the tornadoes. And, it's getting to be May, in another couple days. On Friday, our little town is holding their first on front, the first Friday of the month from May to October, I think, or whatnot. They have first on Front Street, which is like a little citywide festival type thing. Okay, nothing too fancy. It's like they have a couple food trucks. They have some local musicians come out. and do the music. And usually there's some people selling arts and crafts, or farmers market or whatever. So that'll be something different to go to. I may take you down there and just let you kind of see what it's about. Would you like to go to a festival? Let me know. I've got this camcorder. I can take a camcorder and camcorder some stuff, some little snippets here and there, and let you see the town. Would you like that? There's some pretty murals in the town, and that would be kind of fun. And I'm not really a history buff, but I did a history report for the church one time that I used to go to, and ever since then I've been kind of interested in the history of my new town. Because, like I said, we've only lived here for like 10 years, and I did this report to the church 4 or 5 years ago, and it was really kind of interesting learning the history of this little town. It was a railroad town. Used to be the strawberry capital. It has since changed. I think now it's meth head capital, but it is that. But I don't think they really grow strawberries here anymore. But it used to be a railroading community, and that's what the back in the 1800s, 1900s. That's what the little town was built around, was a railroad. So I find it interesting, and actually my friends that live in a nearby city that I'm puppy sitting, their house was a hospital back in the Civil War, and I think that's just fascinating. I need to do a report on their house. Of course, they found out some of the history of their house. Some people that used to live there have come up and talked to them, and this, that, and the other. But I think it's neat because you can go through their house, and I'm not going to take pictures of their house, but it used to be a hospital, right? And you can tell because it has large rooms. On the one side that I let the dogs in and out of, there is the old entryway doors off their sunroom. They left them that way, and it just looks so cool sometimes when you think about what that house has seen. And they have had people come by and want to see the house and talk to them. And they had that one person that had the one relative that was in a hospital up at the top of the stairs, and they're like, wow, that's just kind of weird. That'd be neat, but it'd be weird. I'd be kind of worried about ghosts. Need to ask my friends if they ever hear any weird noises, Like, do you ever hear any weird noises at your house? Because, of course, that was one of the times I went up there to puppy sit, and I didn't know they had a cuckoo clock. And I swore up and down. I was texting them. I was like, you've got a bird in your house. It goes off every hour. And my one friend was like, go sit in the sunroom next hour. Go sit in the sunroom, and I'm like, okay. So I went, and about the hour time, he's like, okay, you're in the sunroom? I'm like, yes. And about that time, the hour chimed, and it was the stupid cuckoo clock. He's like, is that? I was like, yes. What is that? He's like, it's the cuckoo clock behind you. I'm like, oh, it wasn't a contemporary looking cuckoo clock. Now, my idea of a cuckoo clock and your idea of a cuckoo clock is probably different. My grandma had one. Pardon me, let me put that on quiet. Spam caller, Gotta love them. My version of a cuckoo clock, my grandma had one. It was a big old brown cuckoo clock. And it hung on her wall, and it had a cuckoo bird that came. Obviously, it wasn't a real bird, okay? I know that. But, it actually said cuckoo, cuckoo, cuckoo. And so this one has a little bird that comes out of it, and the rest of it doesn't look like the big brown cuckoo clock that I'm used to with the little pine cone looking things hanging down or whatnot. It's just like a regular wall mounted clock, but it has this little bird that comes out and tweets, and it sounds like a really real bird. And it's like, where is this bird? Yeah, but yeah. That's kind of some interesting stuff. I was like, yeah, I'd like to have me a cuckoo clock. I think they're kind of cool. I like the older vintage stuff. Call me crazy. Call me, I don't know, whatever you want to call me. Just don't call me late for supper. Because I'm making pork chops in the Instapot. By the way, who has an Instapot? Next question, moving on the topic of food. Who cooks with an Instapot? I am just getting on the bandwagon of Instapot cooking. I've had it for, I don't know, a little bit. I've had, I don't know, maybe a year. I think I got it last year for Christmas. Or the year before. I haven't had it a year or two. And I haven't really played with it because I'm kind of scared of it. But I've made a couple things in it, and some things have not gone great. Some things have. Anyway, Quincy, he was playing with it last night, and he made a delicious pasta dish last night, and it was had sausage, not sausage, but it was. I took out hamburger meat to thaw, and I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna make for supper, so use hamburger meat. He's like, all right, let's get the Instapot out, and we'll, there was this recipe floating around Facebook or one of the things that got emailed to us or whatnot that was an Instapot pasta dish, and he made it. I had just about everything to make it with except for the cheese. We subbed the cheese out for something else, but it is what it is. And it actually turned out really good. And it only took about 15 minutes to cook, and I'm like, yeah, I might have to start learning how to do this. So tonight I'm gonna try a basic pork chop recipe. Now mine are boneless. This is the recipe I'm looking at is for bone-in. It has applesauce, some chicken broth, and seasonings, pretty much. And then the pork chops. And basically, from the video I watched, you put a dry rub on the pork chops with the seasonings, and put the chicken broth in the bottom and the applesauce in the bottom for the liquid, because you have to have so much liquid in them because they'll pressurize or whatnot. And then you put the pork chops on the little trivet thing, and then you seal it up and cook it, right? So I'm going to try that tonight. I will let you know in a future video if I remember. Ask me, if I don't mention it, ask me how the Instapot turned out. Instapot pork chops. So I'm trying something new tonight. And for my lunch, which I haven't had, is going to be just a turkey sandwich because I have turkey meat that I need to use up. Nothing fancy. Nothing fancy. Nothing fancy around here. So let's see. What else to talk about? I think that's pretty much it. I mentioned the no-buy, mentioned hubby's legs, the Instapot cooking, the dog barking in the yard. I mentioned getting ready for this Just Breathe thing. This is 3064. Which one is it? This is for the mental health and awareness and whatnot. And like I said, that's very important for me. It's very important for a lot of people. It needs to be important for all. Yeah, I have decided that in May, when I do my whip and chat, stay tuned. I'm going to be sharing my story of my mental health and what all is going on in my life, why it's important to me. I'm not going to be mentioning friends' names. I will mention their stories and what they've gone through, what I have gone through personally, and, how things have gotten better, if they've gotten worse, yada yada. So stay tuned for May Mental Health. I'm going to use it as May Mental Health. And I may be like some of the others and every May do something special for mental health, because it really rings true to me, because I suffer with it after the meningitis. So, I have my issues. Everyone has their issues. But anyway, that's what, and I'm looking forward to doing this Just Breathe. And it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm really, and I don't look to do I don't do DP alongs that often, because you guys know I'm kind of slow, and I kind of I mentioned that to the creator of this DP along. I was like, hey, I'd like to tag along. I'm super slow. I probably won't finish, but I'm gonna give it everything I got to do this because mental health matters to me too. And she's like, yeah, join on. Join in and have fun with this, and we can inspire each other because she's working on the same kit. She's got 3 kits. She's super fast. So she's picked out 3 kits to do, and this is actually one of the same kits that she's doing. I will probably only do this one kit because you guys know yeah. I'm going to be positive, though. I'm going to be positive. I'm going to have a finish, y'all. I'm going to have a finish. Yeah, really. Really, I'm gonna have a finish. I don't know how I'm gonna have a finish, but I'm gonna try to have a finish. Yeah, my positive thinking just went out the window. So yeah, there's that. 38.55. So are you enjoying some of these colors of this kit that you've seen me do? This is for this You Are Loved kit. It is a square. It is 81 by 65, so, oh yeah, okay, I see where she got the 80 from, so, yeah. Are you in the process of destashing? Are you not looking to destash? Trying to destash, or work on your stash? But you know what I'm trying to say. Leave me a comment down below, let me know. Let's see, anything else? I think I mentioned everything on my list. Like I said, with the stash down, I'm going to be doing it until I'm, I don't know, 30/30 comes around. I've got a big section, y'all. I've got a big stash. And my hubby is kind of grumbling, so yeah. Anyway, I'm going to get off here, finish kitting this up. Yeah. And I'll see you when I do my first whip and chat with this one, okay? I'm going to try to do more and more proactive and do some more stuff, so stay tuned to the channel. You never know. Ring that bell. Make sure you know when you're gonna get notified when I do a video, because you never know when I'm gonna throw one out. I haven't figured out my set schedule yet, so ring that bell. Leave me a comment down below. Like, share, subscribe, all the YouTube stuff, okay? Alrighty. I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna keep kidding up and let my dog in because he's out there barking at something. I don't know what he's barking at, but Anyway, I will see you later. I'm going to keep kidding. See you in the next one, okay? Have a good one, and thanks for stopping by. See ya.